powers from within. I scream louder than a lion. I'm the ruler of the earth. I'm in charge of all creation. 'Cause the powers from within. I scream louder than a lion. I'm the ruler of the earth. I'm in charge of all creation. 'Cause the powers from within.
Morning, everybody. How's it going? Great to be on. Great to see you guys. Looks like the charts have moved. I'm looking forward to seeing where they've moved to. I did have a few longs in the system, but I set them to break even, and I have got out of them for the moment while I figure out what's going on. Would have been great to catch that short. I saw it coming, but I wasn't lucky enough to pick any of them up because I was busy this morning. I was out at a client's place this morning. I missed all of the fun. That's okay, I'm here now, and I'm going to try and figure out where I can find some trades. If there are any trades to look at this today, which I'm sure there are. I was in this Atom long, as you can see here. Price came up, let me in. I set it to break even, and price has broken through, so I didn't lose any money. That's fine, that's great. It retraced past the 60%. I'm guessing I was looking at the wrong OB. I should have been looking here. 60% mark. I don't know why I was looking above. In hindsight, this one would be perfect. Oh well. Not to worry. That would have been the perfect OB there. I got that one wrong. That would have been the ideal trade there. I want to see if I can figure out if the market's going higher, or if we're going to go lower now. So I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin. See if I can figure this out. Bitcoin's sitting here at the bottom of its range. It has come through and tapped into there. The question's going to be, and guys, look, can you let me know if this music is too loud? Just playing with the music settings. Hoping that it's all good. Where are we going, Bitcoin? Okay, it's hit this zone once, twice, 3 times. This could be the last time we hit this zone. This could be the place where we drop. I'm thinking it might be. They did have a lower high. I'm actually thinking this zone here, maybe. Let's have a look and see if I can do a I'm going to pick up a short. But I won't do anything there. Let's just take a look. Take a look and see if I can figure out where things are going in general. I'm going to take everything off for now. Take a breather. Things have been a bit exciting this morning, but I can take a breath and figure this out. On the 2-hour chart, we've had a lower high form. We haven't had a lower low yet. So we could see this coming down and maybe form a lower low, maybe break through this area here. And if we do, we're going to get a lower high, which may come from this zone here. So we'll just have to wait and see. Would I short from here? Maybe. What's ETH like? Certainly, I think we're definitely going to retest this zone, and I think we might break through. We've already hit the zone a few times, once, twice, 3 times. I don't think we're going to survive another hit. Where's ETH? What are you looking like, ETH? Yeah, ETH has just busted through those ideas. That OB is gone. That one is gone. We're now nearing the bottom of its range. Okay, so there's a couple of options here. We could take longs at the bottom of these ranges. We could. We've certainly got this range here. Let's just get them fed from. That's the question. So we're still kind of within this auto block level here, which has been an historic kind of level coming through. And coming up this level, we have created a demand zone right here that we were in. And we've broken through. Pretty much, that demand zone is now invalidated. So we could look at maybe doing, you could maybe do a long. Try and, I mean, if we're going to turn around, you could try and do a long to the top of the chart. There's a nice 4.27 there. If we're confident that we're not going to fall right through. If you do fall right through, if you do start creating lower highs, this could be the turn that we're all looking for. It could be. For Bitcoin again, we're in this demand zone, and we're coming right into it. We've had a decent reaction the first time, but not enough to push us into new highs. The second time, we've hit similar reaction here. This third time, the reaction could be quite small, and it could fall right through. If there is a small reaction and we do fall right through, where do we take a short from? Well, we want to get a 3-to-1. And we want to short from a particular level. Where could we short from? 60% doesn't really give us a particular order block to target. I don't think if it's going to fall through, I don't even think it's going to come back and retest. So, I mean, maybe we can just do this. Let's see if we can get a 3-to-1. What level would that be? Like, there is... Oh, there's a decent level here. Okay. What we have here... What do you guys think? What do we have in the 15 minutes? Oh, okay, we've got a place. We've got a place right here. This could be a good spot. We can target the highs there. And we can get an easy 5. Because if it does break through here, it's going down into retesting this zone right here. I reckon that's it. That's probably what I'll be looking at today. I'm not feeling particularly bullish on this. I think we got lower prices coming. Feel it on ETH as well. That's a decent stop loss there. If the price comes above there, well, yeah, we're going higher. We're breaking new highs. I think that's decent. What do you guys think? Now for Adam, this is the one that if I was in a long right now, this would be set to break even. I do think we're going lower. Probably going to retest this high price here and maybe go lower, possibly. This big block here could then become the resistance. I did call it though. This structure up here certainly told me that there were a lot of stops in here. Those stops did get taken. They really did. Should I have gone short perhaps? Maybe I should have gone short. In hindsight, this did tap this line a few times. I probably should have really thought to myself, yeah, if it breaks through here, which it probably would have, Probably would have been better to go short. Ah well. Hindsight. Hindsight, right? Now, Gala I was in. I've actually already sold this off. I was in this long, thinking that this would be a good place to take it to the top. I've sold that long because I don't think it is anymore. And same with TRX. I was in this long. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. What are you guys feeling? We had a lot of good shorts today. We had OP, Sol, AVAX, ETH. A lot of good shorts. I want to check out OP. Hang on, got nothing on right now. Check out OP. OP. Yeah, definitely broke free of that structure there, didn't it? So you could have taken on a short there. You could have. It is the bottom of the structure. We have had lower highs. Has my sentiment changed? Maybe. Maybe it has. I'm just looking at potential places. Like, I think with a structure like this, probably see it come up here. Probably take a shot from there. You can see it's definitely taking the stops. There are certainly stops up there, so it could even go higher. I mean, we did have a higher high form there. So we had a higher high, tricking the market out, and then really they just took all the stops. So if you think about when this higher high formed, we've now got lots of stops up there. I don't think those stops up there are going to get taken by OP. I don't think it's going to go that high. But certainly, as the prices come down here, people have been putting all their stops right here. So you could potentially see the price come up, take those stops, and come back down. If that was to happen, it would be go. Oops. Get out of there. Get out of there. 60% retracement. I reckon there. Prices come down. Could come briefly back up here. Check this price. Mate, that's a big auto block right there. That's the one. That's the auto block.
If I run away, know that you're better off.
For an easy 3.4. Yep, I think that's a possibility with a take profit 2 being down here at 6. That's an idea for OP. Fire for Bitcoin. At least for OP, we've broken that structure down now. We're out of that structure. We're forming a new low structure. Bitcoin, we're still in the same structure. You could technically see if you want to take this to the top of the range. Hard to predict that it's going to fall through, but it's not looking great. Not looking great. Now, for Gala, that was the one that I would have been in the long, but I've sold that one. Wish I'd gone short, to be honest. Totally wish I'd gone short. But it is what it is. Alright. From the top to the bottom. Yeah, that's a good 60% retracement. So If I'd kept that trade on, I'd be looking to exit about here. Most likely. I do think we're probably going to test a higher price and then maybe come back down and test those lower prices. It really depends on what Bitcoin's about to do here. We've had a reaction here. If this reaction isn't big, if this comes through, then I'm going short. Well, not everything, but I'll pick the best short trade I can come up with. And for Gala, take profit 1 of 3.96, take profit 2 of 6, or lower even. It will be coming up to pretty much the top of the structure here. So that's not a bad trade there, actually. It's not a bad trade. Because that will be premium prices. Premium prices there. I like that one. So OPU, I don't know if that'd be premium prices. It does come up that high. So get rid of these. And it's right on the 50% line, which is where I don't like to trade. So I probably won't take that OP idea. Not at this point anyway. For ETH, I'm fairly sure we're going to come up and test these prices again. But since we're at the bottom of the chart, the question is, do we ride it coming up? That's the question. Certainly, there was an auto block here, right? And that auto block was fresh, created when we launched this run. It has now been mitigated. That's gone. The only one left is the big one down here. So I don't know if I'd be going long, especially since we've had lower prices coming here. But technically, had higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be a higher low. I'll have to watch this very carefully over the next few hours and see what I think is going to happen from this price action. That's what I'm going to do. TRX, I was in that, would have got stopped out. I did sell it. I needed to give myself a bit more room. This auto block is gone. It was really the bottom of the structure. It was the bottom of the structure that it went for. Good morning. Let's have a look at Near. Morning, chart trader. Morning. Look at Near for a short. Are you short on Bitcoin? Do you think it's going lower? Are you short on ETH? That looks kind of similar to everything, doesn't it? It's broken free. Oh, it's really broken that structure. The question for Near is, where are you going to take it? Where are you going to get your entry from? There is an entry point here. Since we've broken the structure, I would like to go short. And I think that's pretty good though. If this is the whole range that we're talking, we are in premium prices. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Thanks, mate. It's really, really good. break past this point here, if you break up here, that is definitely a bullish break, and I don't want to be in that. But because we're in this, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I like that. I definitely would consider that one. A lot of these coins are looking very similar today. Where's the DXY? Let's have a look at that. Let's start there. We should have started here. Ah, just ranging. Just ranging. Nothing particular. Normal day. Well, before I do anything, I need to go and check my closed profits. So Adam, wasn't Adam. That was it. Out was the price, I think. And over here was Gala. Adam. Gala. Okay. Okay, here. What? Doesn't make any sense. Alright guys, just doing my homework. I got a loss. Oh, it's XRP. Okay, we have improved though. We have improved, you know. we're not doing wins yet, but we're breaking evens. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that actually. It's a marked improvement. I've only made one mistake in this past 24 hours. One little mistake, and it was only minor. It's Gala, right? Gala. And my Atom. That's not minus 52. Well, that was not a loss. What have we done wrong here? That wasn't a loss, that was a break even. No, that was a loss. I got one loss. And that was a mistake. That was the one I shouldn't have gone in on. We've been getting spanked with crypto. Yeah. No, you're not alone. You're not alone. There's a lot of people in our trading group who've done really, really well this past week. As you can see, my loss sheet, my sheet's pretty bad, and the reason for that is I'm actually doing trades that I'm not used to. I'm sitting here trying to do a new style of trading. Usually I'm a high time frame trader, but with the recent big crypto pumps, high time frames, well, one, they're not fun, having to wait for the right time to be getting in, and it's just sitting there boring, and I just wanted to have a bit of a style where I had something to do every day. So I've been trying to change my style to be a more rapid trader, and by doing that, just changing the way I look at the charts, I've managed to completely screw myself over this week. I made so many amateur mistakes that I'd really cleaned up my act from with my high time frame trades, and all my bad habits crept back in for these low time frame trades. But it's okay. I realized all of my mistakes yesterday and the day before. And I came on the stream yesterday and I even confessed my mistakes. It feels good to be like the reason why I'm doing these trades out on here on Twitch is it feels really good to me to have everything open, so I have to do my best. And that means admitting when I've really screwed up and made a mistake. So here I am. I've turned the ship around just from yesterday, and for one, I'm taking better trades. Two, setting them to break even as soon as I possibly can. That's been a real key. Yeah, I've confessed my sins to the trading god. I certainly have. I mean, how can you improve if you can't look at a sheet and go, look at all these losses? That was really the wrong way of doing things. And even over here, I've got my notes here. That was so dumb. I shouldn't have put 2 trades on at a time. Too many trades on going the same way. This is really cool because every time I'm now sitting here looking at my chart and I come to put my numbers in to see if I'm going to make the trade, I can see my stupidity here. I can ask myself, am I continuing to be stupid? Last night I wasn't. I had some good ideas. Sure, this morning I woke up and I probably sold these even trades a bit too early. Fair enough, but I was busy this morning. I was busy with a client. I couldn't sit here watching the chart, so I sold them because I didn't want to risk being in a trade and not able to get out of it if things are going pear-shaped. So I got out of them. So I was happy with that. Oh yeah, I can certainly do that. Sorry if it's loud. I'm just trying to. Can you still hear the music? Let me see. I'll check in a second. Just trying to get my levels right. Hey. Yesterday I streamed and I didn't even have music on by accident. I'm going to see if that's better. So hold on. Perfect? Great. Excellent. So the goal for today is, I've unfortunately... Why am I always late to the party? Everyone's doing shorts when I'm doing longs, and I'm always doing longs and everyone's doing shorts. What's up with that? Because I don't listen to myself. So freaking annoyed at myself sometimes. I'll give you an example. Like yesterday, my TA was this. We were here yesterday. And my technical analysis, I was saying, look, we've got this order block over here, and it's been hit once, twice, 3 times. Order blocks get looser over time, but still, it might be a good opportunity to take a long to the top of the range. No, it's not. I shouldn't have been saying that. I already said it. The order block had already been used up. We were actually, hold on, we're at this point here. And I was saying, yeah, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. Here, I was talking about one of my favorite things to see on charts is trend lines. Not because we use them. We do not use trend lines when we do supply and demand trading. What we do try and do is we try and see where retail traders are likely to put their stops so that we can take them. So I've seen this trend line here. I can see this, and I told everybody, yep, look, stops are here. Every time the line comes close, every time the price comes close to this line, there's a new stop getting created. And what does this mean? Well, the stops are going to get wiped out. The stops are going to get taken. The price is going to come down and take them and possibly rebound. And yeah, it did that. It absolutely did that. I was 100% correct. On multiple coins, I saw the same pattern, and I've seen it over and over and over again. I know the pattern. As soon as it breaks through from there, it's down. The stops get taken. And you can see it happening in real time. Even more people coming in and putting more stops, and smart money coming in and taking those stops. Now, putting your trade on, putting a long here, it's just, maybe it's out of habit that I was trying to catch a long from the bottom, thinking that the range would continue. Potentially, I could have been thinking the other way around. I could have been thinking this is a good place for a short. One of the things I always look at is where in the range are we? And should I be taking a long or a short? And we were at below 50% of the range. So it wasn't an ideal place for a short anyway. Not for Adam anyway. So I'm guessing that was why I didn't take the short. Not a great place for it. It's already in discounted prices. Maybe I just shouldn't have taken a trade. I could have just paper traded it. We even had a lower high form and boom, everything gets taken. You know what? What do we have? What did we have there? Let's go back and replay. I'll even have a look. Right after the stops got taken. I knew there were more stops down here too, so I knew the price would probably come down at the bottom here. We had lower highs forming, and here, I mean, I wasn't looking at this at the time because I was asleep. But really, if I was paying attention, that'd be a great place to take a short. Taking a short there, targeted there, 4.79. That would have been great. What time of the day did that happen? 2:30 a.m. last night. Bugger. I mean, we'd already wiped out all the orders here. All the shorts were taken. There was no more. There was no more stops for longs. All the longs were taken. So it was completely wiped out multiple times. I should have known. Well, I wasn't awake to know. But I should have predicted that happening. So next time I'm seeing this kind of reaction here, I need to consider how many times has the order block been taken. That's one of the things I got to get better at considering. You can see here, look at that. Look at that trend line. Beautiful. Beautiful trend line. All their stops and they all got taken. Anyway, all right. Where to from here? I don't have any trades on right now. Only trades that I had on that I've taken off. What would I do? You guys thinking shorts? I mean, we're certainly on Atom at least. We've broken the price structure. So really, this whole price structure now is one structure. Where are we? Where are we sitting? We're at that 50% line right now, across the whole structure. I was thinking yesterday, right, that the price could come down to the 60% line. Which I did get wrong through TA. It was wrong yesterday. I have fixed it up now. Should have been targeting here. I was targeting up here. That was a mistake. I don't know why. What was I thinking? What was I thinking yesterday? Could this be going high? Could be. Kind of wish I was in this trade. What do I need for this to tell me that it's going higher? Well, we've had price structure shift. We've had a break in structure. Broken in structure here. It's just a break. So I would like to see a little bit more candles on this and a strong breakup. If I can see a strong breakup, I'll be looking at an area here I can take a long. Okay? It's looking a bit more bullish on Atom right now. We'll pop that there. Bitcoin wise, we have had a bit of a reaction. Okay, we have broken. If we get a nice big strong bullish candle and it pushes up and it breaks free of this, I need to get rid of my other ideas, then perhaps we can take a long from down here and see if that can take us to the top. Perhaps. Depending on the reaction. So we've had a bit of a bounce from that order block down here. It has been hit once, twice, 3 times. It has been a reaction up. Then again, I don't think this reaction is going to be enough. I don't think this is going to push us to the top. I think we're going to have a small reaction. Probably, yeah, that idea that I had there was probably a good idea. Honestly. That's a 60% retracement. I can probably even squeeze. I mean, that's if I want to be really careful. I can probably take it to like. Probably there's no point. I just take the top. Just be careful. I don't know. I reckon we're good for a short. What do you guys reckon? Fred, dog. How you doing? How's it going, Fred? What would a regular retail investor be doing? They'd probably be thinking, I'm going to take this trade from the bottom to the top. Right? I'm going to trade the range. It's probably what a retail investor would be thinking right now. Taking the range from here to here. So they've probably got a long in for sure. It's probably a long in there. I know a lot of people in our group, Hot Diggy Dog. A lot of the people in our group do a lot of range trades, right? That's fine. That's fine. We do range trades. So there'll be stops there for sure. When they'd be looking to take their trade to the top of the chart here and sell it there. Cool, fair enough. Right. Will it even make it? I don't know if it will. This order block, the last reaction that we had, didn't even take us to a new high. So I don't think we're going to see new highs. I think we're going to see a lower high. And I reckon it's going to be there. I reckon it is. I reckon that's a good trade. I don't know. You like the short? I like it too. I like it because it's predictable. It covers my ass here if the price does come up and retest these new highs. I don't think we're going to get a higher high. If we do, I don't want to be in the trade anyway, right? So that's cool. It covers everything. And if we do go lower, we're going to bust through this and we're going to go, yeah, I like this. And I don't think it's going to be unreasonable for us to get into this. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to take a short. Bitcoin. Leverage is 20. What's my stop loss ratio? 1.32. Tiny trades here. Just risking 1%. Just tiny. I don't feel so bad losing so many trades because they're only 1% trades. Nothing. That's a lot of zeros. Alright. So it wants me to buy 0.026. Let's do that. Let's go Bitcoin. Now honestly, this is probably the only trade I'm going to put on today. I like this one. It's got a decent return. 0.026. Short. It's got a decent return. Well, that's not my return profit. Where's my profit level? Okay, I didn't set my entry level correctly. Oh, USD. No. That's how many Bitcoins I want. 0.026. There we go. Profit $39. Really? Is that all? That movement? Let's stop. I would have thought it'd be bigger. You're in a Sol short? Fantastic. Yeah. I'll have a look at Sol in a second. I missed the shorts this morning. The one morning this week I was out with a client. I was teaching a client some e-commerce this morning. I had a great morning. It went through a lot of stuff. I'm exhausted. My throat's exhausted from talking, honestly. Here I am streaming. How'd you catch that short, man? That's fantastic. Was that on the 15 minute? It was top the range, which is great. Beetle guys, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Now, if you guys want to see replays, all the replays are up on YouTube. Just getting a few YouTube subscribers lately. That's my personal account. How many did we get? 19 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, you can ask any question you want. Any question you want. Like, I started with no subscribers, got 19 subscribers. I'm quite proud of that. I'm really proud of that. And people watching my content. Look at the rise there. People watching on YouTube. I haven't even done anything on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for watching. Click that like button, hey, and that subscribe button. We're on here talking about TA nearly every day. You get to see my trades, and my trades will get better. They certainly did for high time frame trades. They're going to get better for low time frame trades. Before you know it, this will be the trades you want to watch. How much leverage do I recommend for beginners? Well, honestly, it's hard to explain exactly, but for leverage, I like to use as much as possible for the trade that I'm making, and that really depends on your stop loss percentage. You see this percentage number here? The lower number that is, the lower leverage you're going to be able to put in your trade. So I don't like to take a trade that's less than 1%, because that means your stop loss is going to be down here, and then they're riskier. So as a general rule of thumb, not even a rule, just a guideline, I like to try and keep my trades above the 1% risk ratio. And that means when you go to make the trade, if my risk is less than 1%, we've got to have a much lower margin. And the reason for that is the cost of the trade. See how over here you got a cost? Cost of this trade will be $30 cost, but the risk depends on your stop loss. So the cost has to be higher than the cost of your stop loss. Meaning the trade has to be larger than what you would lose if it hits your stop loss. If it's the other way around, if your stop loss, if your stop loss is higher than what your trade costs, so if your trade costs $20, but your stop loss is $30, well, it means your stop loss is invalid. It just means that as soon as this trade loses $20, your trade's gone. It's done. So use whatever leverage you need to use on the trade to get the trade that you want. Anywhere between $10 and $25 for beginners. I've seen some people doing some pretty risky trades on paper where they have really tiny stop losses. And the benefit there is you make more money if the trade runs and you know, if the trade's successful. The bad part is if the market moves a tiny bit and breathes, you'll lose the trade. So my recommendation is anywhere between 10x and 25x for most coins on most trades is going to be perfect. That's what I think. Hope that answers your question. And it's not like if you choose 20, you're not doing anything wrong. Sometimes you might put leverage on at 20, and you might not even realize that your trade is a bit low in the percentage there, and you go to put it on, comes up with an error, and you have to lower your trade to 10. Now, if you're having to lower your leverage down to 10 every time, maybe come back and rethink your actual trades, because maybe the trades that you're putting on are a bit too risky. For beginners, highly recommended, not just for beginners, for anybody who doesn't want to just lose their stops. Have a nice big area where you can be wrong, a nice big stop loss. Have it in a smart position. I like this trade here because for me to be wrong, the price is going to have to really come up to the top of the structure and break a new high. And if it breaks a new high, well, I should be going long. I don't want to be in a short, so that's fine. I need my stop loss to be where I'm going to be completely wrong. And if it's not set up that way, that's fine. I won't do that trade. I'll choose a different trade. Hope that helps. And yeah, I'm here for any questions. The more questions you have, the better. If you see me doing something and it looks wrong or it looks like not what you would do, call me out and I'll try and explain why I'm doing it. And I could be wrong. It has been known to have happened. As you can see by this week's trading, it's been shittily wrong. Mistakes were made. But my mistakes don't have to be your mistakes. As long as your liquidation price doesn't trigger before your stop loss, yeah, exactly. I've seen Nick do like even up to 50x on some of his trades. The leverage is there for us to be able to borrow as much capital as possible without us being at risk. Like the capital that we're using, you don't have to buy 1,000 Bitcoin to go and do a short now. You only have to risk 100 or so to buy that. So it's limiting our own. It's limiting our exposure to the market using leverage. So what are we going to do here for ETH? I don't think I'm not going to put an ETH trade on. I've got a Bitcoin trade. If I was going to do an ETH trade, I'd probably pick this area here, honestly, for a short. I'm going to put a paper trade on just to see if I was right. And I really do I feel like we're going to break free of this, and we're going to be testing there. And we're definitely going to be testing here. After that, I don't know. That's only a 5.5. Most YouTubers recommend to not use more than 2 to 5 leverage. I mean, sure, but most YouTubers are full of shit. Honestly. And most YouTubers don't do live streaming because they're too afraid to show their losses. Right? For us in Onyx, this isn't about how many losses we have. I've seen trading journals from our students who have like 60% loss rate. And you know what? They're still making profit. Right? They're still making profit. My loss rate was around about 50% for high time frames. I went from $100 in my account to $500. It's not necessarily about your leverage. It's about what trades you're making. I don't know why you'd limit yourself to 2 to 5 times leverage, but then again, they're using completely different strategies too, right? Now, this is our strategy. Look. End of the day, there's many different, really good trading strategies that you could use. There's many good ones. It doesn't matter what trading strategy you use. What matters is how many hours you've put into doing your strategy, how many hours you're sitting in front of the chart, getting it right, getting it wrong, and then tracking. Tracking is the most important thing. Tracking your trades and looking over them. Tracking your losses. Looking at the times you are wrong. It's so important. And the big thing for Onyx is our key isn't necessarily being the best person to put the best trades on all the time. The key for our success is putting those trades on where we have a minimum 3 times ROAS. Minimum 3 times ROAS. Risk to not ROAS. That's from e-commerce. ROAS is how much? Yeah, we're doing a 3 times margin, which means when we win at least 3 times what we were gambling to lose. Now, gambling's not the word, but really, essentially, it is. So we're going to win 3 times our risk, right? So if we can win just 40%, we're going to make a profit and then improve. That's the idea here. Okay, we've had that break in Atom, but it's looking very bearish. What would I do? I'd target this same area again that I was targeting up there. I reckon that's a great place for a short. Where could I go? If it breaks from this place here, we're going to get a new high break. And I want to be in a long. There's a 3.21 there. I'm not going to take it. It's not big enough for me. And although it is at the top half of the structure, and you could maybe take it down to here, maybe. That's a possibility. I'm going to leave it there. What are some of my biggest coins for today? What are we trading at in terms of volume? Yeah, I've done the DXY. There's nothing much to report there, mate. It's just we're just ranging. We're just ranging in this in this big demand zone. Honestly, I feel like should I trade a tight ranging market, for example, Bitcoin the past few months, or wait? So look, I'll show you my thing. Where is it? All right, these are my rule sets. So these are my high time frame trades, and I've got 6 rules that I follow. And the past few months, I've been doing this and making really good returns. Like, that's where I made my money, in my high time frames. But in the recent couple of weeks, or the recent week, with Bitcoin suddenly pumping up, I can't do high time frame trades anymore on that market because Bitcoin's moved too far. If I do a high time frame trade, I'm really just trying to guess how far up Bitcoin's going to go before it shows me the top. We need a confirmed top before we can use a high time frame strategy, in my opinion. So I've been working on my ranging strategy. That's why I've been failing so much, because this strategy is new. My rules have had to evolve with me over time, because rules only work for an individual trader. My trading style will be completely different to yours. And for you to get better, you have to get better at your trading. So I would recommend giving your range trading an idea, but start working on your rules. It's really important for you to have a list of rules that you follow. And that's something that Dan taught me. He's one of the senior guys in the Onyx trading training. That's really hard to say. The Onyx trading training Discord. He's one of the admins there. He's a very good friend of mine and very seasoned trader. He's actually the person who introduced me to Nick. So personally, I've been trading for about 6 months before I met Nick. Before Dan convinced me to come and learn how to do it properly. I was an amateur trader for 6 months, and all I did was win and lose. Just win a bit, lose a bit, win a bit, lose a lot. And when I made some really bad decisions when Bitcoin crashed, I realized I needed to learn from a professional. And Nick's like, "Hey, I can help you. Come and join my course." So I've been trading with Onyx now for 6 to 8 months, and I started with $1,000. I lost it all, just doing what I thought was the right thing to do after doing the course. Which, you each have to go through your motions of learning what not to do. And it took me a long time for me to actually figure out smart money properly. And after a while, after many, many months of hard work, I figured out high time frames. And I decided, okay, I know high time frames. I can start to stream now. My intention was always to stream, because I just wanted to do it. I like it. It's fun. And I love to teach. So once I felt comfortable that my high time frames are good, that my win rate was good, I decided to start streaming. And then Bitcoin pumped, and now I'm bored. Can't sit here showing you guys the same charts, telling you guys to wait. So I thought, I'm going to start learning how to range trade. And that's what I've been attempting to do this past week, is to range trade. My paper trades on ranges have been really, really, really good. When I'm doing my replays and doing back testing, really, really good. My real-time plays have been really, really bad. Really shockingly bad. And that's just bad habits that I've managed to kick at the time. I've had so many bad habits that I kicked that I've just come back in for ranging. You're funny and hard to grasp? Yeah, sure. Let me know what it is. It's probably something we've all been through. That's why I made this stream. Man, those are in the OP short. How did you find that? That was awesome. Ah, right here, because we dropped maybe. Sol, yeah. I'll look at Sol in a sec. Let's have a look. Yeah, I was working on this and I got distracted. Let me know, Beetlejuice, what you're finding hard. Are you named after the movie, or are you named after the galaxy? Betelgeuse 420. Right on, 420. I love a good bait, but I don't want to do that on the stream. I'm sitting here red-eyed, trying to show you guys my charts. That'd be pretty funny though. For Soul, all right. Let's have a brief other Beetlejuice the movie. Fair enough. Oh, I already did this. So that middle line is everything above here. This middle line here is obviously premium. Everything below is discount. We are currently in discounted prices for Soul. It looks like we're ranging. So we could try and pick up a long down here, perhaps. That's possible. What have we had though? In the high scheme of things, we've had higher high, lower high, higher high. No, I think that, I don't know. Like, could this be the lower high? I reckon it could be. What was your question, Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice. What was your question? You can see here too, this was an auto block. This was an auto block that was formed from here, tapped into, bang, tapped into, lost. This auto block was mitigated, became a breaker block. And we've pushed up from here. Really from these two. Pushed up from there, creating this big ass breaker block here. Could you say that this could feed up here? Yeah, I reckon you could. I'll be looking for a big move now. If we can see a bullish break, I think you could possibly, if there's a break, if there's some confluence here to show us that this could happen, I reckon you could do that. I reckon. But I am not going to until I see some kind of big candle, some big break that's going to show me that this was an auto block worth looking at. Otherwise, we're going to fall through here. And I wouldn't even like to take a long. This is a fresh auto block here. Probably move it down to here, honestly, just because these auto blocks here are clustered. I'd probably look at a higher time frame. There are a few candles there we could use, but really, I'd probably take the whole range down here. Would it be worth? Oh wow, you had a break there too. Would it be worth doing another long? Well, we haven't hit these lows before. How can that OB I just marked as Soul be valid? How do I identify a breaker block? Okay, well, this auto block here has been invalidated for sure. That's what a breaker block is. So this, on the 1 hour, this auto block here was created when we had a big move up, leaving a demand zone here. And really, probably this was created earlier from something, but it's the one I'm looking at. So we had this auto block here, and it was verified from this break here. That was the break. Nice big break up from this structure. Came along, and you can see it's been used. So the liquidity was grabbed. Nice move up. Liquidity grab, less move up. That's what happens over time. The more time we get into an auto block, the less liquidity we have to bounce up. And eventually this auto block was mitigated with a big down spike. Now that's where you can have a breaker block. When you come back up from that area, this becomes known as a breaker block, which is a valid entry. There is a video on breaker blocks inside the Discord under the YouTubes. I think it was from a few, like maybe 3 or 4 YouTubes ago, from Nick. He's got a whole thing on breaker blocks. You understand it takes a 3-to-1 RRR for example, I want to take a $100 trade with 3-to-1 take profit. How exactly would my profit if Bitcoin only moves 10%? Yeah, exactly. you would want to be doing your trade in areas where it's going to move higher, and you wouldn't want to take your trade. It kind of does. It kind of does. Like for example, looking at this Bitcoin trade here, we know that mostly, for most of the time, Bitcoin ranges from the top of its range to the bottom of its range to top of its range to the bottom of its range. So one of the strategies you might want to use is taking a long from the bottom to the top and seeing if you can get a 3 point whatever, which you can here. Risk to reward ratio of 3. So what happens if this trade only makes it up to here? What I would be doing, right, is taking my stop loss. As soon as my trade gets triggered, let's just say my trade this morning was triggered. I'm currently I'm in positive. Okay, so I've made money, but of course the price could come down, and I could take my stops. Right, I could lose it all. So what you can do is you can take your stop loss and you can move it up, and you can keep moving your stop loss up. So one of the things we do is we move our stop loss up to the entry point of our trade, and now the most I can lose is $0. As the price keeps coming up, I can move my stop loss up. I can move my stop loss up to half, so the most I can lose is a positive half. And as the price keeps coming up, you can make that choice to move your stop up and lock in those profits. And that's what Nick advises. Lock those profits in. So the trades this morning that I was in, I locked in the profits, and the price came down, took my trades off the market, but I didn't lose any money. And those are the types of trades you do want to take. Does that make sense? So for this one, let's just say the price does what I think it's going to do. It comes in. As soon as it's coming in, as soon as it's come down there, my stop loss will get moved. And I'll sit here with a riskless trade. The only risk I have is that my trade will get invalidated and I'll lose nothing. I love when that's the case, because you can just go to bed. You can just chill. But really, you want to be watching a trade and moving your stop loss down whenever you hit a good mark. And the other thing too that you can do, if you're in a trade, which I'm not currently in, I'll jump in a trade real quick, just to show you what you can do. So we'll jump in a short right now. Oops, that's not coming in. 462. Oh, why did that order price stay the same? 1 second, we'll just jump in this just so I can show you. We'll take a market trade. Wait, it's not copying. There we go. Did I get it? Come on. Phil. Yeah, it filled. Alright, so I'm in this position now. I'm not going to stay in this for long. This is just an example for you, right? Just an example so you can see. So if this trade all of a sudden goes up and I've made a $10 profit, well, I can actually click this market button and I can take 50% profit. So I can take 50% of my profit off the table, and my profit will go back into my account. So that reduces your risk again. So you can set, if you've had a pretty good run, if it's gone up and you've got a positive thing and you want to take a little bit of profit, you can do that. So you go market 50%, and then you can move your stop loss up to your entry point. So if that was my entry price, I'll add my stop loss, which I should have already had. You never enter a trade without stop loss, but I just wanted to give you a quick example. Never do this unless you've got your stop loss in there. You can take a market trade for sure, but only when you got a stop loss. Now my stop loss is going to be my entry price, and that should take that trade immediately. I'll do it now anyway. I don't want to risk anything, so that's what you do. All right, you guys got any coins you want me to do some TA on? See if we can concur on some prices. let me know. Because I have put that short in. So I am short on Bitcoin. That makes perfect sense, but during the course, Nick talks about turning a 3% trade into a 9% trade. Wouldn't that technically be a 200% move? I don't know what you mean by turning a 3% trade into a 9, but one thing you can do, right? For example, if I'm in this trade now, and I've taken this trade at a 3, once I'm in, I can easily move my take profit down to a 9. I can easily do that. Is that what he's talking about? Oh. Yeah, if you've risked 3% of your capital and you're in a trade and you're in a 3 to 1, well, then you are going to take a 9% because you risk 3%, but you're taking 3 times that, so you're going to get 9%. Whether or not that's a 200% move, yeah, I think it is, because 100% will be 6, 200% would be 9. I think that math works out. You did well on theta. Ah, congratulations. I don't know why I wasn't looking at shorts, honestly. Don't know why. All right, so we've had that break in Atom. It's moving up. So the question is, will I take a shot from here? I think I will. This isn't the bottom of the range. The bottom of the range is down here. But is this... Actually, no, I won't. I need to think through this. Even at a higher time frame. For Atom, at least. We can go higher. Look at the daily. What are we doing here for Atom? Higher high. Lower high. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high, lower low. Higher high. Alright. This is a mess. Now that Bitcoin's done a big run, does my high time frame bias flip to bullish? Yeah, my high time frame bias is bullish. But that doesn't mean I can take a long. Looking at Bitcoin, we have broken right here with a clean break. We're above there. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin right now. But realistically, this is the point here where it's probably gonna get stuck at this 25k mark and maybe have a downturn to, well, I think this is what's gonna happen. I think we're gonna come up to here and I think we're going to retest lower prices at a high time frame. It doesn't mean I take a long. It doesn't mean we take a long. I'm going to try and capture this at the top of the range and hopefully ride this all the way down to the lower high. I mean, my goal for all of these coins is to catch the runs. It's easier to catch runs when you are at a high time frame. It's much easier. It's much more predictable. But no one predicted this to happen. No one thought we'd suddenly come up from there. Nobody. I did see some people catch these longs. I was really impressed. They did a great job. I think we're going here next. I really do think. I don't recommend waiting for a higher low. I recommend riding it all the way to the higher low. Having an idea of where things will go at a high time frame is a really good idea. So I think we're going to come through here, And I think we're going to do this. And I think, personally, we'll probably come back down and test that. And maybe go higher. But that's too far ahead in the future for me to even think about. Because I can't predict the future. What I can say is we're broken here. So chances are, since we've broken this level here, chances are we're probably going to want to test that higher price. So you could be thinking, all right, fair enough. Where can I catch a run from here to there? You could wait for a retracement. There's a good possibility that we're going to want to retest these prices. The price may come down and then go back up again. But the run's been pretty big. It's been a very big run. Hasn't been a lot of opportunity to test lower prices, to jump in on that run. It's caught a lot of people off guard. A lot of us rattled our cages. But I do know there were a lot of stops here. A lot of stops. And we've already taken those stops. So this could be it. We may not see the higher price. It may drop from here. So many things that could happen. No, it doesn't really matter how long you stay in that trade for. You'll pay trade fees depending on something. I don't know how the trade fees work, but you can keep that on for as long as you want. I know a guy who had a short at the top of the market on Bitcoin, and he only probably cashed it in recently. All right, so for Bitcoin, excuse me, I've already made my decision. I've taken that short. We'll see how that plays out. I could hedge my bet. I could do a long somewhere, but no, I don't think I want to do a long because I think this order block here is done. I think it's mitigated. So even if this order block does get hit again, I don't think we're going to be seeing ultra highs off this order block. This breaker block here, maybe this will be, looks like a cup and handle. Yeah, and I know a lot of retailers, retail traders are looking for those head and shoulders, aren't they? Do we have a head and shoulders yet? One of the places we may come down to might be here. I may take a long, I don't know. But I just think this breaker block, at least it'll have, at least the price will probably test this and maybe even test a lower price. I don't know. On the other hand, it could just shoot through this and lose another trade. But I'm only risking 1%, so that's fine. Could I hedge my bet and have a long here? There's no point. No point hedging. I could lose both. Price could just come down here and take both stops. I was looking at Atom, wasn't I? Lower high, lower low, lower high. I mean, for the high time frame for Atom, looks like we're going to find a lower low. So I'm not particularly bullish on Atom at the high time frame. The high time frame, I'm even probably wanting to look for a place to take a short. Where would I take a short? Oh, excuse me, probably for where we are now, honestly. %60 retracement, yeah. There's a breaker block right there to take a short from at a high time frame. No, look, you only be wanting to trade coins that Smart Money is trading in. So top 20 coins. Come into Bybit, go USTD Perpetual. Put your volume down and trade the top 20 only. Nothing below like 20 million. Some of the guys trade some of these smaller coins here. They're probably still relatively okay, but anything below 10 million, you're pushing it. We need smart money in these coins. If you're in a coin under 10 million, it can be really difficult to exit your position Because remember, for you to sell your position, make a profit, someone else has to be in there with a buy order. Or if you're buying your order, someone else has to be in there with a sell order. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Question is for Adam, is this the swing high? I think I need to go and find some books on some swing highs and see if I can figure them out a bit better. Thing is, this could be the high, but I could also still go higher and still be technically a lower high. That's on the daily. I wonder if I look at the 4 hour, what we find. That's a bit better. Here we go. We got way more options. Right here at the 4 hour, we have an order block here. And we've also got 70% retracement, which would be lovely. 2 potential zones there. We've already broken this order block. That's done. That's gone. Jeez. Yeah, I actually think Adam could go a bit higher. If I was doing a high time frame trade, that's the one I'd be waiting for. I'd be looking at that. Because we've broken that the 60% retracement order block, that's the one I'd probably be looking for. And if that's the case, got a higher high. Oh, I don't know about this anymore. I reckon that would be a good trade there. Damn, that would have been great. I didn't see that yesterday. How many trades should you execute weekly? Completely up to you. It's up to you. It's up to how many you want to handle. I wouldn't recommend any more than 1 or 2 at a time. Especially for a beginner. I'm even trying to keep mine down to 1 or 2 at a time. There's no set limit. You don't need to go overboard. Just remember your win rate that you're looking for is 50%. And even if you're below that, 40% is perfectly fine. As long as you adhere to your rules. Yeah, so that would have been a great trade to be in. Should have been looking at that yesterday. Don't know why I didn't see that. I don't even think I looked at the 4 hour. Alright. I need to be looking at the 4 hours. I can't just be doing range trades all the time. Anyway. I think I've let these range trades take over my life. Alright, so ETH. Let's think about this for a minute. We've broken the high. We're likely to test this price next. However, we've had higher high, higher low, higher high. Technically speaking, if this price continues to go up, it's going to be a higher high. However, the order blocks that created these came from down here. They've been hit as a breaker block once, twice, 3 times, and the reaction is still ongoing. Potentially, we could be seeing the price from here go to a higher high, potentially. And so for Bitcoin, am I looking at this wrong? Higher high, lower high, higher high. I wasn't looking at it wrong because I was still considering doing a long here, right? that's the idea there. But from the bottom to the top, that's a 60-70% retracement. That's not too bad. Yeah, okay, I think I like these ideas. That's my current thinking. For ETH, I'm not going to enter that necessarily. I think it's too late to try and capture this, and it hasn't gone deep into the order block anyway, so my order wouldn't have been taken. I'm going to see if this does start to go higher, because I think, potentially, we could see this. And that would be valid. And if that is valid, this would be the ideal place to take a long. So I want to be watching on the 15-minute chart here too, for any indication of which way we're going to go. What I'll be looking for, we have had orders pushing up. There seems to be an upward pressure for sure. Because there's an upward pressure, I'm going to wait, see if there's a break and try and capture this and take, I'm going to see if I can take a long. I'm going to try it. Not right now, it's not going on now, we're just going to wait and see. Alright, ETH, I'm going to watch you. And that's enough for me today, I think. Otherwise I'll just overwhelm myself with coins that I'm looking at. So I'm going to watch that ETH trade. Alright. Let's take a brief look at some other coins. Let's see if I've missed anything. What am I looking for? I am looking for other coins that are at the tops or the bottoms of their ranges that I could do a range trade on. And Engine. I mean, if Engine breaks, it's gonna retest these lower prices, right? It's broken this run. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Beetlejuice. Just any questions you have, let me know. I'm happy. If I can't answer them, I will tell you that I just don't know. But I'm here to help. Alright, so for Engine, currently trading at 50% of the range. See ya. I don't like to take trades that are at 50% of the range, but what could be happening here? That is the question. You see these candles here, there's been a consolidation here, so we're not likely to come retest those prices up there. We are somewhat likely, because of the imbalance, to test here. So you could take a short there. But you don't get a 3-to-1, so that's not particularly a great trade. I'm going to paper it. I wouldn't put that one in. But it's possible that it's going to come up and do that. It's possible. FMT. Oh yeah, we're nearing the tops of the ranges. We have broken. And we have had a break to the bearish side. We have completely broken structure there. And we have broken structure here. What could we be doing? Well, maybe that auto block there. Where would we go? You can't get a 3 there, so that's not a particularly great trade. However, we have tried the top of that, and you can get a 3.6. That's not too bad. FMT. idea. Alright, what else we got? Oh, Adam, you're breaking my heart. Oh well. GMT. I've done a lot of GMTs before. Higher high. Higher low. Hasn't quite entered that zone that I was looking at. But we have broken. We've broken here. That's fantastic. It's completely broken. I like that. It may have already reacted off my auto block, but I do like it. I'm going to keep it open. Damn, Ada. Not looking great. Wait a minute. Higher high, lower high, higher high. I don't know, maybe it is looking great. There's a lot of consolidation there. A pretty big auto block. It's been mitigated. Where could we be going? Well, we've got this big auto block right here. Nope, I don't think that one. I think that's been mitigated too many times, but it would only make sense from here. Ah, I like this one actually. You can actually make this quite a big... Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Even take it to there. Yep, I like that. 8 is at the top of my list. Well, not at the top, but it's definitely on my list. What else we got? You guys got any coins that you're in or you're looking at? While I'm here, I can do some TA on those. OP, I haven't looked properly, but I'll take a quick look. I'll look at OP next. Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher high, higher high. Okay, for AVAX, we're really sitting in this 50% of the range right now. I wonder if we're going to be able to take a trade from down here, because that would be lovely. It's an auto block that hasn't been used before. We've had higher highs. I like this idea here. For a 7, not bad for a 7. Alright, we'll look at OP. Oh, maybe I did look at it, but it's not confluent with the rest of my trading ideas. I have to look at the high time frame. Okay, let me just delete all of this. Start again. Sometimes you can get so caught up that you forget what's important. Alright. So, we have had a high, and it was blasted through. Great. Good job, OP. Broken structure. Where did that come from? Any of these auto blocks here it could have come from. But it's unlikely that we're going to be retesting these prices down here. It is somewhat likely. You could say that you might retest these highs here, which we almost did. From a high time frame. Chances are we're going to retest that price and bounce up. So what would we be looking for? There's no structure to my left that I can look for areas that we're going to go higher, which kind of sucks. So we'll look for the 8 hours now. Since we've tested that high, which you would expect, we've bounced off it. At a 60% retracement. This looks to be the auto block. Oh man, okay. Yeah, I think you could take a long. I think you could take a long on OP, I think. We have had lower highs, but this is a 60% retracement level. And we have had higher highs at the higher time frame. You know what? Could jump in on a long. Unless I'm completely misreading this, you could. So what would I do? I'm thinking I'm a little bit bullish on this. We've broken up. We've broken structure there. Yeah? Thanks for telling me to come back on and take another look. What would I do? A long? Yeah. I like that. Alright. I think I've been so caught up trying to learn how to range trade, I've been forgetting my fundamentals. Yes, it's cool to take some scalps on the ranges. I think that's cool, but I really got to remember my basics. Starting from the higher time frames down, and not so much focus on getting these scalps in. That is for sure. That is for sure. Okay, well, we've already moved up from here. We've already broken structure. I mean, I could possibly try and get in there. Oops. Since we've broken. And even if that's all I got, that'd still be a good trade. And I could easily take it to the top, and even more. Yeah, I'm going in on this one. I'm going in on this. Thank you for that. That's fantastic. I like that. Caught a good break. Complement with my higher time frame trade. I like it. Let's get this one in. Even though I've taken a short on Bitcoin. Let's let me, before I put this in, just let me make sure that I'm not crossing myself out here. Can I be long on OP if I'm short on Bitcoin? Am I hedging my bet? Will this come down and test a lower price? Will this come down and test a lower price if Bitcoin breaks through? Should I be taking a long here on Bitcoin? Whoops. Just hitting my mic. Busting all your ears. Yeah, sure. That is the question, isn't it? Should I even be taking a short here on Bitcoin? I can only get a 2-to-1. You know what? I don't think I should. Because even if it gets to the bottom of the range and that's all I get, it's only a 2-to-1. And it's at the 50% of the range. I don't want it for that. I changed my mind. Really, and on this structure, I'd prefer to be, honestly, if I was doing my... Could OP retrace a little lower before going? Yeah, of course it could, definitely could. Definitely could. But this is a 60% retracement. This is a pretty good retracement level. From the bottom here. If it does break through here, this would be the level I'd be targeting next. But at this level here, you've got a lot of clustered order blocks. This level here has been a pretty solid level. If you look at the pricing structure, it's a pretty solid level. So if it does break through there, I've been thinking it's at least going to test down in here at the 70 to decide. But we have had a decent reaction so far. We've had a fairly decent reaction. We have a broken structure. I would consider taking a long here, and I'd watch this price action. And if we started seeing price action break free of its structure, then I'd look for an exit. But this is an opportunity to get in on OP at a discounted price. That's what this is. For a decent trade. The Bitcoin, I don't want to jump in on that yet because right now the price action is telling me we could be doing a range trade here. We could definitely. I mean, I could have been in on that. One sec. All right, so now I'm confused. Now I'm really confused, but that's part of the game, isn't it? Yeah, so there's two areas here where it could be. It's already bounced off there. I mean, if it comes back into this order block a second time, then this isn't the trade we want to be in. So I am willing to put this trade on. And for Bitcoin, I'm willing to wait and see. It would have been great to be at the bottom of this trade, but I was busy. I didn't see it coming. That would have been a good range trade there. Depending on the next few hours, depending on if this candle actually breaks up through here and we have a clean break from there, that would really tell us what's going on here. The market does like to surprise us. I'm going to jump in on this. I'm going to jump in right here. All right, we're going to do a long. Isn't that funny how quickly you can change just by looking at the charts a bit differently? A long on OP. What's my leverage on OP? End of the day though, here's the thing, you got to do your TA and then you got to put your orders in and that's it. That's it. Like, you just got to be right 50% of the time, and you're not going to be right if you're not learning and improving and looking at where you go wrong. What is my stop loss ratio on this one? OP 4.74. It's nice. And this is the enter.
So we'll be getting 83.118. Hey. Can I do a 1? USDC. Oops. Order price, order quantity. What was my order quantity? 83.118. Okay, fine. 83.2. I'm gonna do a long. Cool. Yeah, cool. I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Since we've had the break, this will be interesting. This will be very interesting. And like I said, if I see that price coming through and showing me some bearish signs, well, then I'm going to jump out. But we have had a break. It is from an order block that hasn't been tested before. Looks like we're going to be forming a lower high, maybe coming for a higher high. So there's a few things that are confluent with that trade that I like. And it's cool that I was here and I was able to get in and we've caught the break, hopefully. And it should trigger me in just a few minutes, hopefully. And I like the fact that my stop loss is below here, and if we get below here, well, we're going further down anyway. So yeah, there's a few reasons why that's pretty good. So let's go. I mean, I could jump in here if I wanted to. We'll wait. We'll wait and see if this what jumps us in. Well, there's no reason why I have to wait. Pretty good risk to reward. I could just jump in. I'm not that desperate. I'll just wait. Alright guys, I think that's it for me today. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go have a break and watch this OP trade. And I hope you guys have a really good day, and I hope your trades all work out. I'll catch you probably tomorrow. See you later. Where is it? Where's my thing?